Can you see my smile? I couldn't have timed this better myself. Yesterday, I launched my book online at rebelfromthestart.com, and today, I have breaking news to share with you. My unlawful ban into New Zealand has just been overturned. So guess what? I'll be kicking off my official book tour in the censorship capital of the world across the ditch. In August last year, I was sensationally banned from entering New Zealand to cover an anti-government protest. At the time, New Zealand's immigration blamed it on a minor criminal conviction for a crime, by the way, I didn't even commit, which you can read about in my book at rebelfromthestart.com. But even if it was a legitimate conviction, it clearly didn't meet the threshold to justify blocking me, as it only attracted a small fine and not the 12 months in prison as per the legislation, which they knew. However, that didn't stop the mainstream media from repeating the lie over and over without questioning the official narrative, even when internal communications proved that my minor criminal conviction had nothing to do with the decision. In fact, the real reason was that they feared, quote unquote, my propensity to agitate people with opposing views. Let that sink in. In a so-called democratic state, they banned a journalist from entering because he had opposing views to those in power. This is communist China-style behavior. And still, New Zealand's bought and paid for corrupt media never corrected the record. Well, I promised you then I wouldn't stop fighting until the unlawful decision was overturned, no matter how far I had to take it, although I was pretty confident that they weren't going to go all the way because cross-examination under oath wasn't going to look too pretty, especially after what we saw in their internal communications. But I never imagined that it would be so perfectly timed. They made me jump through every single hoop and tried every delaying tactic. But at the end, when they couldn't wear me down, New Zealand authorities were forced to overturn their unlawful decision just as I finished writing my book. It was like someone was sending me a message loud and clear to launch my official book tour in the censorship capital of the world, who tried their best to ban me, and since then literally chased out women's rights activist Posey Parker. So, Auckland and Wellington, here I come. To buy my book and to book for the book launch, head to rebelfromthestart.com now. It's going to be a great event, so I hope to see you there. I'd love to meet, and we'll happily sign a copy of the book they don't want you to read. All the details again at rebelfromthestart.com. And that includes you, Jacinda Ardern. You're also welcome. In fact, I know you're not Prime Minister anymore, but I have a special signed copy just for you in appreciation for what you did for me. If you had just let me in back in August last year, I would have conducted a few interviews and it would have all been over by the end of the weekend. But your insistence on acting like a tyrant has given me a better book launch than I could have ever planned myself. Kia ora, my Kiwi friends. I hope I pronounced that all right. But more importantly, hope to see you soon. This is the book they don't want you to read. This is the event they don't want you to attend. So do both by heading to rebelfromthestart.com now. Enjoy my story, and I look forward to seeing you very soon.